It's time to get creative as Hale.
Be strong.
Hey, we are live. Welcome to Creative As Hale. I'm your host, Amy Hale, with my fabulous husband and co-host, John. And we want to thank you all for joining us tonight. We have a very special guest with us, someone that we are so excited to talk to because it has been forever. And she's been a good friend for years, and she is so talented. So we can't wait to introduce you to Pot Kettle. But before we get started, our normal stuff. So let's get that over with first. So first, we want to thank our Patreon subscribers. We want to thank these people for helping us keep the show going. With their contributions, we've been able to buy new equipment for the show, like recently a new mic. If you're a subscriber, you also get the privilege of catching some things early, like we currently have up the first chapter of Neurosis, my newest book, coming out in 5 days, you guys, 5 days. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so please go check that out. Go to the link at patreon.com/author Amy Hale for more information. Even $1 helps out, and it just keeps things going. We appreciate it so much. We also are a proud member of the Rising Tide Network. Excuse me. All of these shows, our sister shows, are just fabulous, and we just really would love it if you would check them out when you get a chance, even if it's just on the rewatch, because all of these people are part of the Rising Tide. They want to help others, lift them up, encourage them, and get them talking. So please check that out. You can take a screenshot, or in the show notes, you can find all of this information that I just mentioned. And yes, I am running off of script right now. I'm just kind of being less, what do we call it?
Formal.
Less formal. Less formal. Yeah, I'm trying not to be so stuffy. So anyway, as far as upcoming events, John and I will be at Big River Comic Con on April 23rd and 24th. So that's next weekend. Holy crap. So yeah, you guys, if you can make it, please come out and see us. We are going to be socially distanced and masked, and it's going to be as safe as you can possibly make an event, but it's definitely going to be fun. So please come check us out. There's going to be a lot of celebrities there. There's going to be a sketch battle. Yours truly got sucked into doing this sketch battle. It's a long story, but anyway, I can't draw stick figures. This is going to be humiliating, but come watch me humiliate myself. And then in July, we will be at Riders on the River. So I really hope you guys will check that out as well. In Peoria, Illinois, that's a lot of fun. I think it's the 17th. I may have that wrong. I have to double check. But anyway, it's a good show. It's a lot of fun. So
good food.
Oh yeah, he doesn't care about the show. He just wants to go to the potato bar. That's all he cares about. All right, so no. Without further ado, let's bring in our guest, Pot and Kettle.
Yay!
Hey!
Hello, my loves.
Yes. It's been way too long.
Oh.
It's been so long. It's been so long since I think I've been Pot and Kettle.
Yeah.
It's finally re-emerging.
Starting to come back to you, is it? Oh, let's see. We have got some comments already. Now, you guys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're on Facebook and you're commenting, there's a very real chance we will not see it. For some reason, StreamYard and Facebook are not playing nice right now. So if you're seeing something or you're saying something and you're not seeing us talk about it, please move over to YouTube because we know we're going to see your comments there. Okay, so we've got Phoenix Ashba. Am I saying that right? Saying yes. Is that a friend of yours?
That's my dear, sweet niece.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Baby.
Love Venom.
What was that?
Venom.
Oh yeah, he was mentioning her Venom avatar. That's awesome.
Yes.
Let's see. Carl Witzman says hello.
Hello, Carl.
Hi, Ted.
Hello, Ted.
Phoenix says hi. Carl says welcome back, John.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a
Back.
special episode on Monday, and John was not feeling well. The pollen had
Got me.
got him. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm
not fun. Yeah. So Ted Davies Artistry says hello.
Ooh,
Phoenix says hello again, and then she says love the hair.
I do too.
Yeah.
Thank you. The shave. My husband shaved it for me.
Yes.
I'll shave it again. It's already like growing. It's only been like 3 days.
It doesn't take long, does it?
I'm like, why doesn't it grow like this normally?
Oh yeah. When you don't want it to grow, it grows crazy, and then when you want it to grow, it's not going to happen. Oh, so let's start out with you telling everyone about yourself, because I know we have a few people on here that aren't familiar with your work. So please introduce yourself. I'll give you the whole screen, and you can give us an introduction.
The whole screen. Yeah. Well, I'm Pot Kettle, and I've been writing for a very long time. I started writing when I was in 6th grade, and in 2017, I wrote a song called "Reckless," and my first little baby song. Wrote that for Randy Cooley Wilson, and my best friend is the one who Nicole was the one who really pushed me to send the song over. She's like, just send it to her. I'm like, oh no, I love her book so not much, and I'm so nervous. And but sent it to her. She loved it, and that really kind of started the this love within me to kind of bring characters to life through music. It's not really something that's very common out there. You see a lot of songs that are written for movies and plays and theater and all of that stuff, but when it comes to books, people kind of push that off as like, if you're not a reader, you don't understand it, you don't get it. But it's really my goal just to be able to speak on behalf of these characters and these amazing humans in these beautiful worlds. And provide songs for them. So it's been quite a blast, and I'm so excited to be back and really to get back in the swing of things.
Awesome. We are excited to have you back too,
yes.
Because I still listen to your music on a regular basis. I mean, I have everything that you've released on my playlist.
Oh my gosh!
So
Thank
you. So yeah, I was just looking up your Reckless video to see if I could share the link. So let's.
Yeah, so all my videos moved to Mr. Al Media. That's who directs and creates videos. Okay. So we kind of moved everything to that platform. But Reckless, you can also find on Randy Cooley Wilson's YouTube page. Endless, Stolen, and Faults you can find on Mr. Al Media. So we're kind of. And more to come. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm looking that up so I can share it because so like the book trailer for Dark Paradise by Randy Cooley Wilson and the song Reckless is freaking amazing, you guys. I think it was the first thing I'd seen by you.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately we didn't get to chat then, but you came to PenCon and you performed live.
Yes.
And that was just like, I thought that was the coolest idea I had ever seen.
Yes, by far. It
was just like, because like you said, people do this for movies and they do this stuff for everything, but you don't see it for books.
Yes,
and I mean,
exactly.
Book trailers, I mean, they've been around for a while, but you just don't see them like you do for everything else. And so to see something so professionally done and done so well, and the song is so gorgeous.
Oh, it is pretty.
It really is, guys.
I wish we could play that.
So, I mean, I don't know if we could play it without like a copyright strike or something. I don't know if they would let us do it.
You might be okay.
I have to see. Let me see if it would let me I don't know. Let's see. It was a share screen. No, that's not right. I don't know. Video. Yeah, you'd have to up. Yeah, I think you have to upload it. No. Let me look. I don't know, guys. I'm going to figure this out, though, because I seriously want to show you this. So, let me do that. So anyway.
Yeah, Reckless was a blast. I mean, it was the first time I'd ever done a music video ever. And it's actually where I met my now husband. And I mean, it was the craziest thing. I put the whole production together with my best friend Nicole from start to finish. I worked with Randy on the script and just all of the storyboards and the locations. And it was, a huge cast of, at least for me, I'd never done a music video. So having 40 people with you and managing 40 people while being the artist.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And you were so good. I mean, it's like you've been acting all your life. You were really good.
Yeah, and I have. I mean, I was like, well, this shit came in handy finally.
Like, there we go. I'm going to finally use it. Yeah.
Finally use it.
Yeah. So you guys, I put the link in there for the official book trailer of Dark Paradise, and it's got her song Reckless. And like I said, it's a gorgeous video and song. Wow. It's very well done. Very well done. I'm extremely jealous.
Like, where is this coming?
I know. She is writing a song about Jane, for those of you that have read Shadows of Jane. So I'm super excited.
I love my Jane. Yeah, I was so stoked, kind of coming, hilariously, no pun intended, out of the shadows of the last, couple of years that have just been so intense. My house flooded, spent a whole year trying to get, our house back, and went through kind of some family health issues, and just so many things went on that it was like, I came out of it like, oh my God, am I even still a musician? What is this? Like, it was so difficult, but I, immediately read, Jane, and was like, I kind of had a song in mind for her, a while back. And, this year I was just like, man, she just could not get out of my head, And it's been so great to be able to, to share her story and to share her perspective. And I love her so much, just as a person in this world. The thing about Jane and what I really wanted to do with this song was to really speak the unspoken. Jane doesn't just say what she's thinking and feeling all of the time. She's a protector. She's, someone who is waiting for the right moment. And she's very patient. She gets hurt and she's patient. She is lied to and she's patient. She's betrayed and she's patient. And she waits for that exact moment, the most meaningful moment, to, take back what's hers and protect what she loves. And it's just such an amazing experience to know her. So the song is really the inside of her mind throughout these books, in a very, different way. So
yeah, and it's hard to believe that I wrote that character, because I'm not patient at all. It is not me, unfortunately.
Well, hey, I mean, she knew what she wanted to say, and then she said it. So
yeah. Let's see. Phoenix says, "I feel you." I think it was when we were talking about hair. And Molly Daniel says, "Hello." Hi, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
And then, of course, like I said, I shared the link, you guys, so go check it out. And then Phoenix said she'll click. And if I can ever figure out how to share it on here, guys, I will. I just haven't quite figured that part out yet. I was thinking you could share a link and stuff, but I'm not seeing that. So I don't know. Maybe they changed it. Who knows?
Google it later.
Yeah. I mean, I know if I do share screen, is that an application window? No, entire screen. Chrome. Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try this. We'll see what happens. I don't think I can probably share all of it because of copyright strike. I don't want to get the canceled. Is it gonna do it? Are you guys seeing this? You're not seeing it? It's not doing it, is it? Ah, come on. Nope, now I'm getting ads. Okay, stop. Oh, here we go, right here. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, let me go back. We will get it, I'm telling you. Okay. Here we go.
Awesome.
Yay!
Beautiful. Let me tell you, just because I'm going to narrate during
Go ahead,
this,
narrate
it's really
away.
fun. Like that room was so ever-loving hot. There was no air conditioning in that room at all.
Oh, gosh.
We were on fire. We were
Oh,
just
my word.
sweating profusely, which was great for Gage and his glistening body.
Well, yeah, you got to have those glistening muscles.
I think we all lost like 30 pounds at the end of that day. So hot, but
Oh, gosh.
yes. And we, a lot of this we did at this awesome like castle, here in Ohio, and so many scenes where people who were staying at the castle were just like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, what is it? Like, are you slitting people's throats? Why do you have guns?
What is happening here? Yeah. Why are they fighting?
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Yeah, in this video, I portrayed Gage's dark side. I was that part of him that just could not let go.
Yeah, I noticed in some of the scenes you're just kind of like this, almost like this jealous, just get away.
Yes, it's that part of Gage that doesn't want happiness, that doesn't want to be settled in what happened and to move on. It's that part that protects him. So it was
my honor. We'll find who did this and we'll make him suffer.
I don't need your honor or the London clan's help. Now leave.
Gage.
I said leave.
So this is easily one of my favorite like
Or you get
videos
attacked.
for books ever.
When it's so funny that Gage's dark side is like tiny me, but I'm like, hey,
You
I
pull
can
it off
verbally
well.
abuse something fierce.
You pull it off really well.
Dynamite comes in small packages.
Right? Mhm.
Listen to that voice, guys. She's amazing.
Trying to keep him away from NASA. F you, NASA.
Just get away. I love it.
Through the wreckage, I gotta go. So let me leave you, let me leave you, let me leave you alone. Your love ain't saving me from memories that find me in the dark.
So we're advertising for Randy's book here too. Go check out Randy's series because she's amazing.
Gotta have a Gage shower scene.
Oh yeah, there you go. It's just so well done. It just
Oh
it
my
blows me
goodness.
away every time I watch it.
Stars are beautiful, and they can't bring me kicking and screaming. I'm reckless, a savage, unwilling to bury this hatchet. I know I gotta go. So let me leave you, let me leave you, let me
Yeah,
leave
that's
you
probably the part where they're like, "What's happening down there?"
This whole group of people just like,
Oh my
and
God,
that fight scene was literally choreographed on set that very day, like hours before we even did it. So like it was a huge shout out to Alex Barlow. Like he was one of our security, but also one of our cast members, and he just did all these things.
Yeah. So I've got the question from Phoenix. How long did this take to make?
So this was about 3 or 4 days on set.
Wow.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. Come on down in the river with the creatures and the sinners in the cold muddy waters, so you can deliver.
Okay, so I'm gonna pause because I seriously am worried about YouTube taking this off. We'll have to make sure we've got permission. We'll like get a hold of Randy or something. So, hey,
Pot and Kettle released copyrights for the songs.
for this, we can play this. Like we got the permission.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. That scene in the woods, and we all got ticks, which was really fun.
Oh, yay!
No tick. No.
Yeah.
We were dedicated to the point we all got ticks. It was great.
Oh my god!
A lot of sunburn. It was so hot. It was in July, so it was so hot. but amazing. I mean, it was the greatest like 4 days of my life, and I'll never forget. Like, this was the last scene that we did before we wrapped, and as soon as we heard the rap, everyone was just like, ah! I mean, just like
imagine
so much crying. Everybody was crying, like, and
like
then we all had like
so much
depression
work.
after everyone went home. It was
so much work into it.
Yeah.
The finished product, I'm sure, was amazing. But also, like, I used to do like musicals in high school. I used to do plays, and we would work for weeks and weeks and weeks, and we would be so tired of it by the time we got to it. But then when it was done, it was just really depressing.
It was when then you leave each other, and I'll never forget dropping off Gage at the airport, and I'm just like straddle hugging him. I'm like, oh my god, like just so it was just so like it was so intense. We were all texting each other for days afterwards of like, I miss you so much. Like, you become a family so quickly, quickly when you're working creatively together. It's better than any other job project out there. Like you just instantly connect. So I know how tight knit we are as a book community at times. Absolutely.
So I can imagine, especially after we've all spent several days together at an event or something.
Like, you're all just framed, and oh my gosh,
we don't want to go. We just want to hang out forever.
Yep. Yeah, we went on from there, and we did Endless, and we did Stolen, and Stolen was probably the most emotionally taxing one. It was just a very, very intense song, but we burnt a piano to the ground.
Oh, that's right.
So in that book, there's a lot of winter scenes, and so it was about 30 degrees outside. I'm in like this dress with a slit all the way up to my butt, and like strapless. I've got no shoes. I forgot my shoes, so I'm walking in the snow to this piano, and I'm sitting at this piano freezing, and it's lit on fire, and I'm trying not to catch on fire, but at the same time I'm shivering.
Oh my gosh. It
was like amazing, but we portrayed that particular emotion in that time. Like, it was really great. So in each book trailer that I do, and in each song that I do, like I go as far as I have to go, as far as I need to push to get those emotions across. Like, I want people to feel cold when they're looking at me. I want them to feel, the sadness, the excitement, the sexy, sensual, whatever. I want them to feel that when they are, watching the stories about these characters, so that it makes these worlds so much more immersive for authors and for readers. So that's really my number one. It's blood, sweat, and tears.
Well, you do it well. I found Stolen too. Let's see if I can pull that one up. We'll see here.
Yeah, if you go about halfway through that one, you'll hit the piano fire scenes. But oh my goodness.
That one. Okay, let's see if we can.
Yep.
Find that.
You can kind of drag through, and then we don't have to worry about copyright too much on that one.
But yeah, so
they're empty as the sky. You've given me nothing but time.
Okay, I just want to make sure everybody get a chance to hear that. So let's see here.
Beautiful voice.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, here we go, guys. Look at this. So you got snow. You got fire.
It literally was not supposed to snow, and as soon as we started shooting this, it started snowing, and we were like, "Oh my god!" Because it was so important to have snow, and then the snow came.
That was perfect. I love the violin.
Yeah.
Gosh, Allie is just a stunning human being in general. Violin, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, just another great song. And another one that goes with the Dark Soul series.
There's a point in this video where literally the flames they're right in my face, like right up in my face. Like
They come out.
it was so intense and hot.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. You're trying to play while.
and the smoke.
Oh yeah, and you only get one shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what's
Yeah,
this?
you can do that twice.
Now bring it up here.
And so like the director, you know, Rigsby, he was at many points underneath the piano with a fire extinguisher, like blowing the fire extinguisher to try
Oh
to
my
keep
gosh.
it like at bay from my face. But like yeah,
wow.
it's coming up right here.
Yep.
It's so stinking intense. But yeah, I just remember my feet, I could not feel them.
Oh
So
my gosh.
so
That's
cold.
crazy.
And we got the piano for $100 on Facebook.
I was gonna ask because I have a piano and I know how expensive it was.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, did you just find an old one
Oh,
somewhere?
there it is.
Yeah, there it comes out, following up that lid, wasn't it? Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, sorry, you can pause this. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
there-
Oh, it is.
Oh my gosh, there it is.
Are you lucky to lose some hair or some
Yeah.
eyebrows or something with that one?
I know. That is some dedication right there.
Oh,
That is
the
just-
things you do. I mean, you know,
Yes.
sacrifices you make.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's totally worth it. But yeah, we got the piano for $100 on Facebook, and we got there to pick it up. And my cinematographer Danny, he was texting me. He's like, "Hey, when you get here, we're restoring this piano." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" I told them it would be like outside, we're using it in a film, whatever. And so we get there, and it's this older couple, and they're like, "It's been in our family for 12 years."
Oh no.
And she's like, "I'm so happy you're restoring it." I'm like,
Oh.
I know. I was just like, so burn it
Yeah.
into the ground. Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
let's go.
Lord. I
Yeah.
had to like block the poor woman on Facebook so she didn't, see it and have a heart attack.
Oh no. That's
Oh,
so bad.
I felt so terrible. I was like, I hugged it and everything. I told it thank you, and
Yes.
just,
Well, I mean, you kind of have just, thanks for your sacrifice.
I know. I'm like, you don't understand. This is art forever. Like, you at least get to see it forever. It's
The piano
painful.
will live on.
Ashes
Just get to be traumatized over and
Yeah,
over.
that's all right. So you also did a song for one of our Havenwood Falls books for Christy Cook's book,
Yes.
and I loved it. And suddenly the name has slipped my mind. What was the name?
Monster.
Monster. Thank you.
Monster. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I
I am
love
like
that.
itching to do a video for that one too, just because, and as soon as bans are lifted and, COVID has gotten better, this type of song is perfect for a ballroom. It really just,
Oh yeah, definitely.
so I'm saving up some ideas for a really fun, monster ball.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And this song is so awesome. I'm gonna get past the ad here because
given me pretty
they
much
got to
my-
advertise to us. But for those of you that know about Havenwood Falls, because I know some of my readers are on here. We've got
Some of
so
your
many.
readers are- That's good.
Well, I mean, not everybody is into Havenwood Falls. You know what I mean? So anyway, so we have some comments here. Oh, Carl said, "Holy cow!" Yeah, Carl, I'm telling you, it's amazing. So Havenwood Falls has so many different amazing characters and stories.
Oh, yes.
And Christie's, this was for her vampire story, correct? Her first one, Michaela. What is her name? Can't believe I forgot it. Oh yeah, it's gonna.
So I did Lost. Lost was the song for Christy,
Okay.
which was amazing, and then Monster for Bam. So yeah, so we definitely got a few different, lots of
Yeah.
You
So,
start to
okay,
get confused which anthology.
Oh yeah, that's right. 'Cause Monster was for Bam. That's right. So I'm gonna look up Lost here because that's right, because we've got the cool little we've got the really cool let me get it pulled up here. So you guys see the little Havenwood Falls thing? In the how cute is it? So
That's such a great cover.
Yeah, so it's a great song. I'm gonna get it just a little bit.
Sharp as knives, sharp as knives, shivers as I breathe, holy blood red as wine in my hands, your hand in my hand. It feels so familiar, getting lost in your eyes. Can't cipher these moments, written by careless goodbyes, careless goodbyes.
Okay, so I had to let you hear some of that one too, because I especially love that one with it being with our anthology.
That one was so sweet, and I just I loved writing Lost.
Yeah, I mean, it's just of course, all of her music's great, you guys. You should go look up on her Instagram, which did I put that? No, I didn't get that put in there. So definitely it's in the show notes. Go check out her Instagram page. And then you said Mr. Almedia is where we can find.
Yep, Mr. Almedia are the Endless, Stolen, and Faults.
Faults.
Faults was one of my personal projects. So
okay.
Okay.
And are you still taking
Personal.
like the personal? I know, because you guys, this guy here, these two made me cry on our anniversary a few years ago because he gave her kind of like our dating story, and she turned it into a song, and I just bawled my eyes out. It was so beautiful. Are you still doing some stuff like that, or are you gonna?
No, I still, anytime, people just want, just a song for their own, personal life, or, whatever it might be, I absolutely love to help out with that.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
You guys definitely check her out. And if you want something special done, I know there's some kind of service out there now where I can't think of what it's called now, but you can give them your stuff and they write songs for you, but it's not going to be as good as.
There's lots of them, and for me, I'm sort of selective in what I in what I put my heart and soul into. I'm thankfully I especially coming back into this, I really had to think like what do I want to do? Like what is going to be best representative of Pot and Kettle? Like I don't want to just be a pay-as-you-go service. Like that's not personal. That's not.
Yeah.
So for me, especially when it comes to, books and book trailers, I've really kind of changed my philosophy in that, every year I pick 10 of my favorite, books that I have really connected and that these characters have just been screaming at me and, stuck in my head and living in my soul. And that's what I write about. Not that I, wouldn't take author requests, but I'm really working this year on kind of doing what speaks to my soul. And that does not have to be some $1 million author or no, I'm very excited about this year and the ability to just bring, life through music to the book world again. So,
and I'm very honored that Jane is one of those projects. I really am.
Love my little Jane. I love my Jane.
I cannot wait for this song, you guys. I swear, as soon as it's done, I'm gonna be like shouting at you guys are gonna be so sick of me. It's gonna be everywhere, but I can't wait to hear it because I know it's gonna be amazing.
Yes, we've got a session tomorrow. We're in the studio tomorrow working on drums and really just kind of getting everything around. But yeah, it's just fire. The song is, and we're still working on a title. I got, you know me, Pot and Kettle is a one word.
Your one word title.
Word titles. So I've got like 3 words, but ultimately you get to choose. So
okay. Let's see, Phoenix. How do you come up with these songs? So the way that I kind of put the book to song, I try really hard not to just verbatim, kind of regurgitate the entire story. I go through these characters and literally become the character, whoever it might be, whether it's the person in third person, first person, if it's the neighbor, whatever. I
I really work to take in that character and then, kind of go from a psychological approach. I want to say the things that the character might not be outwardly saying, but that they're feeling, that they're battling with, the things that they're haunted by, the things that keep them up at night, the things that they just can't say. So I really take it from the approach of becoming that character first, and then kind of showing a perspective that really enhances the current experience that readers are physically reading, in the words that are on the page.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and you're taking we've already got it in the word medium, the storytelling. You're taking it and you're telling that story in a different medium. And music, of course, I've always loved music. Music's always been honestly, before even writing, music has been my first love. But I just didn't quite have the pipes for doing it professionally. So I went to my next one. But it's one of those things where music touches you in a way that I don't think anything else can.
Yep. And
it's definitely a gift when you can share that.
And make people feel it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just, there's music and then there's music,
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to have, just off-brand, I guess you could say. Like I know that for an author to create such an amazing world and to put their heart and soul and everything into it, especially indie authors, especially authors who, again, are not signed to these huge labels and, are, being funded and are like, it's literally their heart and soul and their passion and everything on these pages. And I refuse to give anything less than to represent that at the highest quality possible and to enhance. That's what it's really all about. It's about enhancing the experience. And if I can't do that, I'm not going to do it. It's just, that's just what it is. It means as much to me, your work, as mine. So it's,
Well, you do it well. You do it well.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Yeah. Like I said, you took our dating story, which wasn't particularly, I don't think it was anything super out of the ordinary, but it's special to us, obviously. And you put so much emotion into the words and stuff. And like I said, I bawl like a baby.
I made John send me the video. I was like, you send me the video of her listening to it for the first time. And I'm crying because you're crying. Like, I wrote the damn thing and I'm just crying.
I'm sitting here, no makeup on. I think I've been awake an hour or whatever. I look terrible. And he sent this video and I'm like, oh no. This is going to get worse.
It was so good. Oh my god.
So we succeeded.
You did. You guys did good. He typed out all the words for me and I have it. I still have that sheet. I still have the song.
I literally just listened to it a few months ago. I found it in my like songbook and I was just like, I haven't heard this since I wrote it. It was such a good song.
It really was a great song.
It was.
And I know, like, when you were talking about, you had another song for Jane and you had played that one for me, and it was a great song too, but this new song is also great. So I can't wait to hear it all put together. I've seen all the words, you guys. This one just nails Jane and her attitude.
Yes.
So
she's so strong. Like, she's so strong, but she doesn't show it right away. She takes it and she takes it and she takes it and she takes it. And it's just, I am just amazed at her resilience, her fortitude, and her timing.
She's
amazing.
Good about it. It got up to here and she's had enough.
Yep. Just, and that, like, her fierce nature to protect. And you don't really see that right away unless you're really, really paying attention to all of the, reading really in between the lines of her thought processes and how she looks at people and how she takes her environment in and how she processes that. So yeah, but it just, oh my gosh, just the things that she went through in that book and kind of coming out of it, it was just beautiful. So I'm so excited to be able to put that to music. And the song is a very, I'm sure that I told you, the song is very kind of disjointed circus, type theme. You think about some of the stuff she's went through
with it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's really that mind bend of just like, and that's what I want people to feel. Jane went through so much of that. And, I want individuals to know kind of that, what that feeling is like, of just having your mind not be your own.
Yeah. Jane's life is very much a circus.
Yes. Yeah. So we're really excited. Like, where can we get trumpets? Where can we get like really haunted trumpets? Are there any like zombie trumpet players in Ohio?
He was just saying that you'll probably like the new one that's coming out in 5 days too. It's a psychological thriller. Yeah, it's a psychological thriller, and it's my first full-length novel since before I started writing for Havenwood Falls.
I love the title of it. Like, that's a song title right there.
It is. You already got the title.
It's just already.
But yeah, this is another one that really messes with your head.
Yeah.
I've been I've been writing it, and I had a couple of friends that write like horror and thrillers and stuff read it, and they said, "Why haven't you been writing the dark stuff all along?" And I said, well, I like the other stuff too, but I didn't think I'd be very good at this. And they're like, well, you are. You should keep writing this kind of stuff. So,
that's awesome. Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yeah, we'll see where this leads, but I got to come up with a second book now. So yeah, I've got people going, "Where's book 2?" And I'm like, book 1 hasn't released yet. Get there, I promise. Let's see, Phoenix is there's just so much sweetness here, guys. Let's see. I can't wait to see you again and get an autographed copy, Amy. Oh, awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing you too.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that everything's cleared up again, that Pot and Kettle will be in an event.
Yes.
You never know. We can hope.
I know. I would love to be able to squeeze all of you again. Like, it'd be fantastic. I'm vaccinated now, so I'm very excited.
We just gotta
I told all my friends this Wednesday is my 14-day mark of my second shot. So I was like, I'm gonna come and touch all your faces. You need to understand that. Literally, like face on face is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, just be prepared. Lots of hugs.
Exactly. Yep.
So I think maybe you covered it, but how did you, outside of just loving the books, was there something that started doing all this music for you, or was it just that you wanted to be
born with it?
I loved music from just a really, really young age. The very first song I ever remember hearing was Chubby Checker, The Twist. And I remember like being the happiest I'd ever felt in my life. And then the song that I remember hearing that I was like, please turn it off, it's so loud, was Everyone's Gonna Kill Me, but Whitney Houston. And I remember hearing it as a 6-year-old, and I'm like, why? When does it stop? When does it go to always love me? So like, as a young kid, I was very like attuned to different sounds, and like I could hear things that people may not have heard, or I would just feel such intense emotions about certain things. But it really, I unfortunately grew up, kind of in an abusive home, and so music was how I vocalized all of that safely. It's how I was able to just say, here's what's happening, even though I can't tell anybody, but here's what's happening. So it really just kind of progressed. And as I just kind of grew and had a lot more experiences in life in general, you are constantly evolving, it does not end. It's, you look back at music like, man, that was a terrible song, and
oh gosh,
you look back, you go forward 10 more years and look back at, well, that was a terrible song. So, it's just,
I do that with my books too. Like, your first book. No, don't ask me.
Never satisfied. You're never satisfied. But yeah. So it just, I love being able to share life experiences that most people can't really talk about, that they might not be able to vocalize. I sing a lot of my personal songs are, just around PTSD and mental illness and what that's like, what it's like, a day in the life of that. and a song that I'm really excited about. Sorry, my dog is whining that she can't eat the bearded dragon.
Oh no.
Peach, leave it. Peach, leave it. You gotta leave it, babe. But a song that I'm really excited about is called Colorless, and it's a song that I wrote actually a few years ago, and it's definitely it's very much an anti-hate, pro people of color, LGBTQ, like just a song about equality. And I remember as a child, I had to make a very tough choice to either stay where I was and I had a suicide plan at that time, or to go move in with somebody who I was convinced would not love me and I would at least be safe and stable. And I look at that decision as a 17-year-old and having to make that, and then look at our people of color and our LGBTQ community and these individuals who have to make a choice every day to walk out of their house and be confronted by hate and be confronted by racism and be confronted by this, awful world that comes at them just for who they are, to go to the grocery store, to just walk down the street with their partner, with their love, as they are. Like, so Colorless is really just a beautiful anthem, celebrating that, just all of that hate is colorless, every bit of it. And, we are the reckoning for that. So I'm very, very excited about that one.
Did you share a snippet of that maybe on?
Yes, I did. Yes, I shared it on Facebook.
Yeah, you were just
on Facebook quite some time ago.
Yeah, and it was great. Of course, not that I'm surprised, but
I need to do another snippet on Instagram. I've been trying to get content on Instagram again, but it involves me actually having to look at people and perform, which we all know is
yeah, anxiety.
Working on that.
Yeah, definitely not. I know I'm struggling. It's like this thing we got coming up. Big River Comic-Con. I made the mistake, my big mouth, of making a joke that, there's going to be a sketch battle with all these professional artists. And I made the joke of saying, well, if you guys need, because they were asking if there was anyone else in the vendor room. And I was like, you guys, if you need someone that's going to be absolute dead last for sure, I can draw stick figures. I just made the joke. And now the organizer and I are going head to head because she can't draw either.
Oh, yes.
On a stage in front of people trying to draw who knows what.
Oh my gosh.
Terrible.
Go, girl.
I opened my mouth, so now I'm committed.
Yep. And I know I totally get it. There's so many times I want to go live on Instagram and I click it and then I'm like, no. What have I done? I'm here now.
It's just opening your phone and that camera's right there and you're like, oh God.
It's so intimidating. I could do a million music videos and no problem, but man, I get up in front of people to actually I'm working on it, but
yeah, it's tough. It really is. Oh, let's see. We got some more. Let's see. Molly says, I'll have my voice back by then too. Awesome. And then she said, I was raised by a dad who liked Mozart and Wagner and a mom who listened to the Beatles, Elvis, and Neil Diamond. So you had quite a variety there.
Melting pot.
So how did you get your first song released, published, or put to music?
So Reckless was the first one that I had professionally published. I went through CD Baby, and it was quite an experience. I'd never, published a song before, and especially being self-published, you've got to kind of find the right right platform. So CD Baby is who I went through that handled everything, and then I had to get my own copyright, for it. So it was a lot of work, but it was really, really awesome when you pull up iTunes or pull up Google Play and you're like, holy crap!
There it is.
There. Yeah, there I am. So yeah, you can absolutely self-publish, your music. Probably honestly easier than publishing a book. There's tons of platforms.
That's awesome. Which comes first, the lyrics or the music?
Oh, heaven help me. It really depends. I mean, for me, I write an entire music video, an entire scene of a video before I even begin a song. I travel through the experience of that person, of that character, before I start writing anything. So that drives really what I do. And so it's song by song. I always start that way. I have to start with the imagery so I can find, the right specific words to put to that imagery. But usually as I'm walking through that, some melody is coming out, some strange sound. But then there are times that I just sit on my iPad and I'm just like hitting different instrument sounds, and then that sounds cool if I do it with this too, and with the so it's there's so many different ways. But yeah, for me it's the video comes first.
I mean, that's like with writing. Like people have asked me about the process, and as I'm writing, I see it like a movie in my head. So I have to, I'm visual. It's like people are like, how can you listen to music and write? The music sets the mood, but by the time I'm really in the groove, I'm not hearing it anymore. I am totally lost in my own head, which can be a little scary because you can lose track of time and everything else. But, it's just like reading. You really get immersed, and then before you know it, you've been reading like 5 hours and you need to pee, and you haven't fed the kids, and, but it's just one of those things that you really get immersed in it, and it just starts flowing. And so yeah, I could see where if you've got the scene, everything starts flooding in as you're getting that scene going. That's
sometimes really faster than you can get it. Yeah. I have so many voice memos because I get lyrics that are just like, oh, that's gold. And if I don't, record that right away, forget it. It's gone. It is gone.
Yeah, I was one of my favorite bands right now is AJR. I love their music, and I was listening to an interview with them, and they were talking about how they come up with stuff, and they do the same thing. And then be like, well, I don't know, we just had this idea for this melody, so we just hit record on the phone, and then we start just like singing through it, or hitting whatever, and then going okay, and then they'll come back to it later, and they'll put words to it. And then they'll end up changing the whole thing, but that's how it started, And
yes.
Like, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yep. Oh yeah, and there are songs that haunt you. Like I have a song I've been working on for 6 years. I'm like, I don't know if it's ever gonna be done.
But it's in the process, so
it's there, and I'm planning to get it done this year. I've already talked to my producer, Mark Abrams, and he produced a Monster for me, so he's doing this year's singles and
awesome.
My work with books. So
awesome,
it'll be done.
Molly says stick figure artists unite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were mentioning the song that made you happy. You remember? I was the same way. Just like music has always. Like I can, oh gosh, I'm terrible. I will bawl. Music will make me cry. I mean, like, yeah, he's like, yeah. Certain songs especially will really hit me. But
I'm thinking, what did I say?
Over here, it's not you, it's
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I know. Well, and there are some songs that, depending on your state of mind, you cannot listen. Like I have some songs that's like, if I'm slightly sad and I listen to that song, I need my medication.
Yeah. There's a couple songs. There's a song AJR has called "Don't Throw Out My Legos," and it's about a kid growing up and moving out. But just in case I want to come home, don't throw out my Legos. I cannot listen to that song. I mean, because my kids both of my kids have recently set out on their own, so we're empty nesters now, and it's even harder now than when they lived at home, because just thinking about it got me upset. And now that they're moved out, I'm just like, oh no.
Yes.
We cannot hear this song. I skip it every time. I'm like, nope, not listening to that one.
Nope, not doing it. Oh, I know.
Through that.
Crazy.
Yeah. Crazy. But one of my, I remember, and this is really going to date me, but I remember my mom playing a record and me like bouncing around the room because it was so feel good. But it was Pinball Wizard by The Who. So yeah,
oh my gosh!
But I remember loving that song so much, And my mom had that little record player and she put it on. I would just bounce around the room. And I think that's really where I was probably 4. I don't know. But that's really where I think my love affair with music really started. Is I just realized how happy a song can make you. Of course, now I also know how sad a song can make you.
Right? I know. I'm like, why didn't anybody give both sides of that string there? That would have been slightly helpful.
Music is great, and then you hear that one song that you go, oh, that's depressing.
Yeah, always. I know, right? Oh my gosh. Well, like my best friend Nicole and I, oh my goodness, we just ate up music. Like anytime we were together, basically living with each other. But we would do karaoke all the time. You know, her mom and dad had this huge like speaker in the living room and karaoke machine, and we would just sing to no end. You know, we'd write so many songs together, so many. I mean, just it was an absolute blast. But yeah, every time I hear Chubby Checker come on, I'm like, oh, you know, that's
those memories.
Literally the first song I ever remember hearing. Very, very, very first song I ever remember hearing.
Of course, my dad was in a band for several years, so I got to sit in and watch them practice and do that kind of stuff. But karaoke's always been a big part of our family get-togethers for years as well, because everybody in my family has some kind of musical talent, pretty much. So that was always a lot of fun. But let's see here. Molly says, that's why I'm so bad at description. It's hard to remember. The reader can't see the movie in my head. Yeah, you gotta put enough out there that they're getting it too. Yeah. Carl says, good show. I have to run. Have a great evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us, Carl. I appreciate it so much. Molly, don't take the girl gets me every time. Yeah, that's a sad
one. Man. Oh, yeah, that one. Lord.
Now, I was in Cracker Barrel the other day with Jess. We were waiting to get our table for breakfast. My daughter works there too. Jess works there too. So it was like we're all just chatting and stuff, sitting around. And they played this song, and I can't even think of who sings it, but it's talking about, I don't know, something about come home quick, mama's dying. And I'm like, oh no. No. Because I lost my mom to cancer in 2015.
Yes.
So that just hits me right in the face. And I am walking around Cracker Barrel going, no, don't listen to the words. Don't listen to the words.
You're like anything. You're trying to go to anything else.
Just to stop because I can feel the tears. And I'm just like, no, I don't need to hear this. I do not want to break down in Cracker Barrel store.
I know. It is. It's so interesting, the memories that music holds on us, that, you know, you just like, there are some songs that I hear that remind me of like really awful moments in my life that other people will listen to that song and be like, it's such a great song. And I'm like having a panic attack in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's some songs like, you know, Nicole and I, we lived on the Backstreet Boys. We lived, just ate, breathed the Backstreet Boys. And to this day, I still listen to it. It's the happiest I feel when I listen to the Backstreet Boys. You know what I mean? It's just
we've got our dating album was Air Supply.
Hey!
Yes. People are like, oh, Air Supply. And I'm like, hey, don't diss my name.
I tell you, I have the entire Time, Love, and Tenderness album memorized for Michael Bolton, because that was a large part of my childhood was Michael Bolton. I know every Michael Bolton song.
Yep.
I mean, it's my go-to, you know, Time, Love, and Tenderness. I can't.
I mean, it's great how music brings that emotion and brings those memories. And there's like pretty much every song has some kind of memory connected to it. Some are bad, some are good. You know, there's stuff from my childhood that I think, especially 80s music, because, his favorite song is Here I Go Again by Whitesnake.
Oh, go again. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's
and memories is what, you know, that's what I want to do. I want to write songs for these characters that make these characters unforgettable, that make their experience unforgettable. I want people to feel like they've experienced that life. So when they hear it, they're like, oh my gosh, I just went through, you know, with Jane, or, you know, with like, it's just so, it's so critical.
Yeah, it really is. Molly says, I have Pinball Wizard on a 45 record. Oh my God. I need to find one just to say I've got it, you know. So Phoenix says, have a good night. Gotta go. Have a good night, y'all. Thanks for joining us, Phoenix.
Okay.
Molly says, I love Air Supply. Thank you, Molly. That gives me my my confirmation.
Yes, you are affirmed.
She says, damn it, why do I have laryngitis? Tonight's my karaoke night, but I can't inflict this croak on the crowd.
I mean, you can maybe do a little Janis Joplin or
raspy going in there.
Yeah,
just pick some of those songs that are a little more sultry.
That voice.
Yeah. What makes me think of Friends, Phoebe singing with the cold, and she's all like, I love this.
Oh, Phoebe.
She's trying to get people, make her sick again because she's
yeah.
Oh gosh.
So great.
Molly says, I can get someone to sing and I'll lip sync it. You pull a Milli Vanilli.
Yes.
That's another one. There's one song, Fine Young Cannibals. She drives me crazy. Every time we hear that song, the first thing he does is he makes this face. Right.
You can never see the guy's teeth
When he sings.
Oh my gosh.
It looks like he's gumming it.
Old man singing like this, And so that's one of those memories that every time I hear it now, I automatically look at him.
Yeah.
You're gonna make the face.
Yeah. You have to sing it without your teeth. Henceforth.
You gotta sing it that way, yeah. And again, Milli Vanilli. I cannot listen to Milli Vanilli now without my mind going, they faked it.
Faked it.
They faked it. I mean, but they didn't.
Liars. Straight up liars.
Bunch of liars. I feel deceived.
Yes, exactly.
We got down to that song. I mean.
Yeah, there was some good music. They just ruined it.
Totally. 100%. Just gone.
Oh goodness. So I know you've got Jane's song. Is there anything else coming up that you want to work on, that you want to talk about?
I'm working on a song for Randy Cooley Wilson's newest book, Dirty Air, that's coming up. So yes. So that one, the character is a sassafras. So it's it's been quite I'm in the middle of writing it, kind of finishing up writing it, and it's a blast. A lot of girl power. Really excited for that one. So yeah, it's got two babies in the works for two awesome women, and I'm so excited. And then after that, it's really like I'm just gonna start going back through my books. There's
I have to send you a copy of
books I haven't read.
See if Neurosis inspires anything too.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to read it. I love a good brain bender. So.
Oh yeah, it'll mess with you. That's for sure. So Molly Daniels said, so what advice would you give a newbie songwriter?
Really, the most important thing is just to be true to what you're writing. And I know that's really corny, but don't listen to other people's music and just try to mimic what's the trend, what's popular, and don't go into it writing a song wondering if people are going to like it or not. Go into it with just your heart and soul, and whatever comes out is what comes out. And of course, you can tweak it as much as you want, whatever that looks like to you. And if you want it to be some radio ready song that goes with the trend, cool. But I always tell people, just get something on paper, anything. Mm-hmm. It can be anything. Write down a memory, write a poem, write a short story, and you would be just astonished at how you can put that to music. But keep all of the fluff away. Don't get into the mainstream. Don't get into the idea of trying to be famous. Don't get into the popularity contest. Yeah. It is all about just giving something of yourself to the world.
Yeah. That sounds a lot like the writing advice too, is you can't fix something that's not started. So write it first, and then if you need to fix it. But be true to the story, be true to the song. Because it's going to come through if you're faking it. If you're not enjoying the process, it's going to be obvious.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see. One of my characters wrote a song, and I'd love to put it to music to hand out when the book is released, but I cannot write music. Thus my dilemma.
Oh my goodness. You should send me their song. I'll see if anything inspirational comes out of me. Or if I just ruin it.
I doubt it. Oh,
Message me the song. I'll see what I feel. If I feel anything to help you out.
yeah, there you go. There you go. That would be awesome.
I bet it'll be good.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Well, we've been going about an hour, so we are going to let you get back to your night. Let's see. Is there new comments here? Oh, let's see. She said, I sent it to the 3 tenors, but it didn't go anywhere, and I've given it to some local songwriters, but still nada.
Well, I make no promises, but yeah. I will happily read through it and see if it sparks anything.
She says, "So awesome! Thank you so much." Yeah, we're gonna have once this is all done, we are gonna have copies of the song at my table to go with my books, and it will be available on iTunes. So it's gonna be so exciting! I can't wait.
So stoked.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
I'll send you all kinds of fun studio stuff as we're
yeah
around. But just you're the only one who gets the sneak peeks. But
okay. I will impatiently wait. Because like I said, I'm not patient, but I will impatiently.
Oh no, me neither. I'm just like, come on.
Oh well, we'll let you go for the night. And we'll let everybody get back to their night. But thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here. And we appreciate all that you're doing for the book community, because it's not just me that's benefiting from all of this. I know that it's going to be so many great songs out there. I can't wait to see what all you come up with this year. And you guys, go look up Pot and Kettle. Okay, go look it up. Instagram link is in the show notes. So is the YouTube link. So go check that out. Go watch everything. Give it lots of thumbs up and likes and subscribes, because you need to.
Thank you.
Go do it. And we're going to shut down for the night, but thank you for joining us. If you'll hang around a few minutes after we're done here, we'll chat some more. If that sounds good. Okay. All right. Thanks so much for joining us, and we will be back next week, you guys. Thanks so much.
So much.
We will be back next week, you guys. But we are going to be here on Wednesday instead of Thursday at 7 p.m. because we are going to have Big River Comic-Con creator Deb Logues with us. She is going to, we're going to talk about the event, and then that weekend is the event. So we're going to do this on Wednesday instead of Thursday, because Thursday we're going to be getting ready to leave. So please show up then, come support the event if you can. And then we'll be back to our regular schedule the week after. So yeah, back on it. So, all right, guys, let me see here. Oh, Molly said, I'm just glad my voice meant I had to call and work. Had to call and work tonight. Yay. So, all right, guys, I am going to find my outro here. And you guys have a good night. And thanks for joining us. And we will see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good one.
Strong.